The history of economic thoughts begins with paying tributes to 4th century BC Greek philosophers Plato and Aristotle. But the history of Hindu economic thought goes back to the Vedas, composed at least a millennium before their writings, says Professor Satish Deodar of Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. The senior professor blames foreign invasions and the British rule for scant attention paid to the history of Indian economic thoughts. The pre-classical economic thoughts that appeared in the Vedas, dating a millennium prior to the Greek writings, include comprehensive coverage in the Arthashastra by Kautilya, but have remained largely unnoticed, the professor's paper states. The history of Indian economic thoughts goes back to Vedas, which were first composed at least 3 millennia ago. The paper says, quoting texts from the Rig Veda and various other Hindu scriptures, the colonial preconceptions about backwardness of Indian society resulted in focus of academic research mainly on the otherworldly nature of the Hindu tradition, the paper says. The paper quotes numerous verses on economics from ancient Indian texts. It also quotes various verses on how poverty was considered as a bad state to be in. The research paper further says that the original Varna system, degenerated into present caste system, was invented for division of labor. Clearly, the divisions of people among 4 Varnas, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, or knowledge seeker, warrior, tradesman, and artisan cultivator, was based on guna karma, aptitude-driven vocation, and not birth. The research paper said, quoting various verses from ancient texts. In contrast to Varnas, the endogamous jati system prevalent in India was not ordained by the Hindu sacred texts, it says. Had this literature been accessible to the Occidental thought during the Middle Ages and the mercantilist period, classical economics might have evolved much earlier, the study says in conclusion. At Paramashiva's feet, death cannot happen. Anywhere else, life cannot happen.